Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. This is an important update to the previous video on what you need to do in order to make sure you continue receiving the $300 a week lost wages assistance enhanced unemployment benefit on top of your state benefits. Now, keep in mind in the previous video I pointed out that there may be a need for you to certify or recertify every week or 2 weeks depending on your state. So you will have to check with your state and you will need to certify that you lost your job as a direct result of the illness. What this means is if you lost your job because of a reason other than the illness, there is a chance that you may not be eligible for the $300 a week unemployment benefit. And this has come to light from Texas because Texas is the second state that has started handing out the $300 a week benefit. And then from the Texas authorities, we've actually discovered this information, which is going to have serious implications for millions of individuals across the country in other states who are waiting for and who are dependent on the $300 a week unemployment booster as a result of the lost wages assistance program that was set up by the president's executive order. So again, in order to continue receiving the benefits, your state may require that you certify or recertify often to say that you lost your job directly due to the illness. In other words, if there was another reason other than the illness and you lost your job, you may actually no longer be eligible for the benefit and you may end up losing the benefit. This is very important. Now, on top of that, as if that wasn't complicated enough, my team also notified me that there is another new requirement that did not exist under the CARES Act. As if the need to certify wasn't enough, there's another new requirement, and that requirement is, and by the way, you all know about the $100 a week threshold that needs to be hit. So, I've covered that in previous videos, but the new requirement is the job search requirement. So what is the job search requirement? Basically, the job search requirement is in order to continue receiving the $300 a week enhanced unemployment benefit, unemployed Americans will have to apply for 1 to 5 jobs a week depending on their state. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Individuals receiving the $300 a week lost wages assistance program enhanced unemployment benefit will have to apply for 1 to 5 jobs a week depending on their state. In other words, the work search criteria may be reinstated by your state in order for you to continue receiving the $300 a week benefit. Again, please check with your state. But the work search criteria, which exists in all states under normal circumstances, but which was essentially waived by most states during the start of this pandemic, because at that time when the $600 federal booster was injected into the system, the states were like, okay, we'll just send this out. You don't have to search for work, because searching for work could potentially, put you at risk of getting the illness and potentially make you spread the pandemic. But now those work search requirements are gradually being reinstated, and your state will have the specific work search requirements for you. So in addition to the need to certify or recertify that you lost your job as a direct result of the illness, you will also potentially, depending on your state, have to apply for 1 to 5 jobs a week. So again, this requirement was waived due to the pandemic at the start when the emergency funding was instated, but now the work search requirement is being reinstated on a case by case basis. And what's happening is this is a very, very challenging situation, because what if no one's hiring? What if you've lost your job? What if you've lost your job permanently? I know viewers and subscribers who've been working for decades in jobs and now they've lost their jobs permanently. Honestly, it would be right to waive the requirement, the job search requirement, specifically in states that are still badly impacted, but it does not look like that is the case. If any information changes, I'll be sure to release it on my channel. But the information I'm giving you is current as of the time I'm recording this video. So it would make sense to waive these requirements because, people need to get unemployment insurance. Nobody's hiring, right? But so you have this complexity on top of the complexity that the states have to set up parallel systems in order to process these benefits. Because remember, this is not federal unemployment benefit. This is not an extension of the booster through the CARES Act. This is a completely separate program called the Lost Wages Assistance Program that states have to comply with. So they have certain reporting requirements, they have certain requirements in order to get those funds from FEMA through the DRF program, because remember, this is a grant that your states get. In addition to all of that, they now have to comply with these requirements which have been set up. So again, you will have to check with your state about specific requirements, because your state has to comply with certain requirements in order to administer the program, to pay out the $300 weekly unemployment benefits on top of your state UI. By the way, this is retroactive back to the 1st of August, but by the time you start getting funds, in some states will take weeks and weeks to pay out the funds. By the time you get the funds, it's quite likely that this money will run out. And Arizona, Louisiana and Texas are 3 states out of the 32 states that have been approved for funding that have started distributing the funds at the time I'm recording this video. Maryland has forecast that they'll start sending out money late September. Colorado has said mid to late September, and many states have not given a time frame. And Arizona and Texas have been quick in administering these funds. Arizona started last week, Texas started this week. But if any, let's be clear, if any mistakes were made by Arizona or Texas in the distribution of these funds, in other words, if the state made a mistake, or for that matter, if there was some miscommunication between the state and the recipients, the state may claw some of the unemployment benefits back. I hate to tell you this, but I have to give you I don't sugarcoat information on my channel. I give you the truth, I give you real news, and I just give it to you straight, and that's what I'm doing here. I want to be 100% straight with my audience. I really care for all of you watching, I really do. I wish I could just give you good news, but I'm going to give you the real news, okay? And I'm not happy reporting to you that if the state finds out that you got the benefit and you did not certify correctly, or you did not comply with work search requirements, which by the way, the state is starting to figure out now. When I say the state, I mean Arizona and Texas and your state. If you're watching this and if you're in a different state that is scheduled to get the money, your state may actually claw the money back. So you need to make sure that you're A, clear about the work search requirements, and B, clear about the certification requirements so that you meet them, and so that you can make sure that you continue receiving this $300 a week unemployment benefit. By the way, this benefit isn't going to last very long. So we're talking about a few weeks, but you know, a few weeks can be life or death for many viewers and subscribers. I get that, but keep in mind that the long-term solution will require congressional approval. So the best thing you can do is talk to your local lawmaker and say, hey, you know, let's make sure there's some action, there's some traction in Congress. So Michelle Evermore, who's an unemployment benefits expert, said, I quote, "What concerns me is the speed at which states are actually getting this up. It's good for claimants now." In other words, she said that on the one hand, Arizona and Texas are going, you know, let's pay out the money. So she said it's good for claimants now. I hope they're doing it carefully enough, not in a way that disqualifies recipients later, or that states have to pay back the money later. In other words, the state claws back the money later. Let's hope that doesn't happen. My goal with this channel is to make sure that my viewers, my subscribers are prepared. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, I have the fortune, the privilege, the honor of living the American dream. So check out my video on our channel. If you want to get alerts from us, get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You can also get added to our email list, and once you're on our list, our SMS list or email list, you'll get alerts from us and you can opt out at any time. Okay, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week, so please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. If you did learn something new from the video, please consider clicking like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. That helps us out a lot. I would really appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time, and I'll see you in the next video at Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.